Okay, now I know this is not usually the fourth thing you place on here. It's probably usually like the second you give your introduction, and then you have what this is. This is what you can expect to see from me here on this wonderful website. I'm a crossover nut. You have to excuse me. Yeah. I'm through a terrible cold. Anyway, I'm not a terrible one, but you get my point. Okay. So, how to say this? I'm a crossover nut, so you'll hear me blabber on about crossovers. Ones that may not make a lot of sense. But you have to excuse me if I look away. I'm watching Forrest Gump while I record this, so.
You understand what I'm saying, don't you?
And no, I will not talk about Forrest Gump crossovers because I don't see how you can cross over anything with Forrest Gump. It's funny, believe me, it's funny, but I don't know that many things can be crossed over with Forrest Gump.
Dan Taylor.
I really don't. At all. So, what can you expect to see on here? Like crossovers between what? Well, mainly things that I've heard about, you may not have. Depends on who you are. And maybe I will when I figure out how to put links from an iPad. Yeah, I'm working mainly off of either an iPad or you just saw my hand there. That was stupid of me. Anyway, yeah, either on an iPad, which is what I'm shooting from now, or my cell phone, which I just got on the 25th of December. I got a cell phone for Christmas. That was nice. So, once I figure out how to create links from either an iPad or a cell phone, I will issue links to a few of my stories. Ones that I'd really like more people to read. So far I've only really got 2 readers who've told me what they think. I mean, I like reviews. I know people hate commenting, but I'd like to know if people like my story, okay? I want to know that I'm not a has-been, even if I haven't really been at all. So, when I figure out how to create a link, I will issue one to you. Okay? Alright. Yeah, okay. So, you'll hear me talk about my stories that I've written, and when I figure out how to make links, I'll place them in my videos. And I will talk about crossovers that I want to do, but that I haven't really gotten to yet. Will you hear me talk about modern stuff? Well, not really. I may write a crossover between like 1 or 2 modern cartoons. If I have modern cartoons, it's going to be what I like to call a mass crossover. Like, DPZ, if you know DPZ in his videos. Yes, DPZ. The letter P is in Panda Bear. He's a famous YouTuber, okay? I don't say his full name because I don't want to insult the guy, but his name's too ridiculous for me. That's it. Mass crossovers like what he and his friends do. Other than that, if I'm not doing a mass crossover, won't be any modern cartoons. Mainly just stuff I've watched, read, whatever. None of the modern cartoons. or anything really all that modern. You know what? Forget it. I'm just gonna... Well, that's mainly what you can expect. You hear me ever advertise Hogan's Heroes again, I'll talk about it. And if you don't know what Hogan's Heroes is about, well... I'll give you the premise right now. I don't have any clips to show you right now, but here's the premise of Hogan's Heroes. Colonel Hogan, played by the late Bob Crane, and his soldiers, all but one of whom are dead. That's not in the show. That's reality. The actors who play them, all but one of the actors are all dead. But of course, Colonel Hogan and his soldiers are POWs, prisoners of war, who enact an espionage and sabotage for the Allied forces, and constantly have to evade the eyes of the dim-witted Colonel Clink and the bumbling Sergeant Schultz, who are also both dead. Really, it's amazing how many people from the past who are famous are dead. It's amazing and depressing at the same time. Will I cross over anything with that? Oh boy. Check it out for yourself. If you can't find the DVDs, I think you can find some pretty high quality episodes on YouTube. That's all I gotta say about that. Will you hear me rant on about things that really don't matter to you? I made... Well, I know you're not supposed to talk about politics on YouTube, and I'll try my hardest to avoid that. If I do make a political joke, keep in mind, I don't fire shots. I fire cannonballs. That's all I got to say so far.